What's up fam, welcome back to yet another valuable episode. So today we're actually talking about losses within the school of entry, and some of you might ask yourself, why am I talking about losses and how do they relate to entries? Because with some entries they might result into losses, and I want to teach you on how to manage them. I will show you exactly what really happened over here. Then from then onwards we can actually go on to really giving you ways and methods that you can actually go about dealing with losses. Okay family, so was today, right, on the signals here, and this is the trade that we hit the stop loss on. US30 was a buy signal, it went into profit, then hit our stop loss very quickly in fact, and we had NASDAQ sells. It played around with us, and finally we had to close in losses at the original stop loss that I had set over here. Okay, and of course this is what I said. But right after we did that, let's say 2 hours after, the setup that I had on NASDAQ, let's say this is NASDAQ over here, as you can see, this setup I actually sent it to my mentorship Discord. I'll try to open my Discord on the other laptop here. I will show you. Right, so as you can see, this is the actual DEX31 that I sent. Just show you right now, this was the DEX31 that I sent, and I just want to go to NASDAQ. I'll show you right now, and this is the NASDAQ setup that I sent, and as you can see, this is within the mentorship. This is how it looks, guys. It reacted off that zone, okay, and this was the DEX30. Now this was supposed to be our recovery trade. As you can see, it hit take profit 1, but I didn't benefit from it, right? And the people here did not benefit from it. We actually closed in losses. Reason being is because when I send signals, I give a smaller stop loss, because I'm thinking for the people that have small accounts, for example. Okay, and our stop loss was round about at this point here. Okay, because I concluded that since the market took this high as liquidity and dropped in, it was not going to go higher. It was probably going to retest this fair value gap where I actually entered off this supply. Okay, so there's a fair value gap there, and I wanted the market to drop, but it actually kicked us out for the signals. But the original setup here that I sent to the mentorship was on the H1, and this is how it looks. Quite beautiful, right? And this was on DEX30. But then while I was concentrating on NASDAQ and US30, this was playing out, and I had sent this setup in the mentorship, so they benefited, and then of course me and the signals group did not actually benefit. But I want to share something with you that's really going to help you to survive when some of these days, or you really genuinely have losses out of a very good winning streak over there. Okay, so but yeah, I want to show you right now. Okay, so as you could see family, we had about 2 setups there that played out for the mentorship course, and of course for those in the signals and myself, because I sent the very trades that I take, I actually went into stop losses. And I want to speak about losses, as you have seen in the introduction of this episode of School of Entries. Many people, yes, we spend a lot of time refining the skill, and we don't actually look forward to the losses or leave room for disappointment when it comes to trading. And that is a mindset that I really want to encourage. Not to say you must look to be having a negative day, but so many of the times we over risk on a trade because we are overlooking the losses that may come off it. When the losses comes, it kind of shocks really our mind and really damages our trading psychology. So I wanted to do this video so that if I have trained you in the School of Entries, I must also prepare you, because there's some days you are gonna get losses with the very same strategies that I've shown you over this past series, right? They're not highly 100% accurate, but of course they will give you consistent wins. For example, within our signal group, this whole month we had about 11 wins, and so far now we have 3 losses, adding up to these 2 losses, right? So you can see 11 wins, 3 losses is more, but you can get that some people actually, these 3 losses might have really damaged their account because they don't master risk management coupled together with protecting your trading psychology and your capital. So hence we do advise in a lot of times is to say you're risking 2% of your account, to say in the case that you hit a stop loss, you're actually going to lose 2% or even 1% of your account rather than losing your whole capital. There's a phenomenon that I want to teach you, right? This is sort of like matchsticks, right, or fire sticks that I've seen, where they will set 4 of them like this, and they say if you put, let's say, 1 like this and you put it down and this whole 2 catch on fire, or you set this one on fire, let's say it was like this, and you set this one on fire, it's gonna transfer to the other and eventually the last one and finish the whole thing. But if you put, let's say, this one like this, it's gonna bend from here, and eventually the fire dies out and saves 1 and 2 because you have managed to put this one down, you managed to put it aside. And that is the very same thing that comes to trading, is that you want to put aside some of a percentage of account so that if there's a banning losses, then the whole account does not ban out. So whenever you're trading, you must put in mind, especially if you have a high accuracy trading method, you must put aside 2%, 1% as you trade. You don't just over risk, because I know a lot of South African traders over here, they trade do or die method, where you put everything on the line and hope to God that they will double their account. So anybody who took that signal like that, probably it's gone because of risk management. Even though I do emphasize a lot of risk management to anyone that comes across me, but some people don't still know this phenomenon. They're thinking trading is hitting one trade that will give you a home run where you're gonna double or triple, quadruple your account. It does not work like that. You cannot consistently trade in the long run if you're forever treating your capital like that. So of course, when it comes to now accuracy, when it comes to winning or rather losing losses, or losses in overall, right, it's very much important that we can approach it with that very same mindset. If you're gonna have, let's say, 11 wins and 3 losses, in those 3 wins we had set 3 take profits. That means we've set a 1:3 ratio, and most of the trades hit all the way to the dead take profit. When we lost, we actually lost just one stop loss in those 3 trades. So as you can see, if we can add them all together, we actually made more in terms of actually losing. But a lot of people have a phenomenon that when they're in wins, they actually win smaller, but when they're in losses, they hold longer. So we need to combat that by really having a trading plan. And a trading plan, in my trading plan, when it comes to dealing with losses, I have a rule to say, if I have 2 losses within a day, I am done for that day. I'm not gonna force the market to give me the dead trade, because if it does that, then I might as well be in a losing streak. Okay, so some of you guys, the moment you lose, right, you don't allow yourself time to compose yourself, understood what happened in the market, you cannot look for the next trade to recover. But what ends up happening is you lose your whole capital and even what you have worked for all of the days, all of the months. So it's very much important that we can have that sort of mentality whenever we're trading. A real trader knows when to stay off the market. A real trader knows how to deal with losses. Yes, you're gonna get emotional there and there, but while you're in your emotional state, especially then, you wanna go off the market, watch TV, have Netflix, anything that you wanna do, and then you come back later and see and understand what really happened, what really transpired, because the why to your loss is your next trading method. That's very important. Why you lost the trade may actually birth out your next trading method that's really going to be a game changer. So every time you have a loss, step back, and then of course you come back. Once you come, look at it and write it down on your trading journal. That's a very important thing that we ought to do, family. I hope this video really showed you another side of trading, because many people may say, well, we only show wins. If you're not following us on our Instagram, where I update you guys on every live trade that I take or we trade, then you are behind. Okay, so you want to follow us on our Instagram, prophetic_forex. On our stories, I share each and every single trade that we take, so you can see how I trade, you can see how I approach the market. I'm not moved, of course, by these losses. I've made more money this month than actually losing those trades because of this ability of managing risk. Because when you are trading, there's a risk involved, but when you manage it, then you're gonna make more money than actually losing that money. Okay, I'm not sure if this video is going to be short or long, I'm not sure, but I just hope that you took a lot of value out of what I just did. I know it's a different setup. This is just my trading setup. I do have the studio side that I use to talk to you guys. It's more decent, but I couldn't wait to do this video. And definitely I wanted to share this video for you. Anyway, this is the last episode of School of Entries. We're gonna move on to another series. So if it's your first time watching this video, make sure to subscribe, like, and also share this video with your friends and family. God bless.